Most people roll into the Seder and they know this part. So then what's the point? We have to delve deeper to understand what's really going on. Every moment has a theme and every nuance matters. And when you go through it, you come out a different person. So that's what we're going to explore together. The themes, the lessons, the reasons, the purpose. Because that's what this is really all about. Okay, we are continuing in the Makos and we're getting the last two categories. Remember, Yehuda gave us simanim. The tzach adash biachav. The malbim. I heard this first from Rabbi Liebtag. The malbim breaks them into three groups. Each group has its own structure. Nile, palace, no warning. Every group it's a lesson, it's a curriculum. Hashem is the ultimate educator. This is experiential education 101. We don't have plagues to get out of Egypt. We have plagues to show the world that Hashem exists. Lesson 1, I'm in the world. Check. Lesson number 2, the malbim, the pasuk. V'yiflesi bayom hahu es eretz Goshen, asher ami omed aleha, levilti hayos sham. Here it is. What is it the pasuk says? Laman teda ki ani Hashem b'kerev haaretz. There's a massive philosophical argument that exists until today that, yeah, God may have created the world, but he's not here. Yeah, of course. How could the sun be this far? And how could the moon be this far? And how could the ice in the lakes not freeze over? Yeah, of course, it's divine, but is he in your life? God knows what I do every day. Right? That's not in your head right now? You're not thinking about that? Guess where it started? Then. God says, you know what the second plagues are going to show you? I am in this world. I know the details of this world. I didn't create in book. I didn't make the clock and then leave. The malbim. Basher Seder hazeh sheni shaladas livarer pinas hashgacha. I run the world. Paro didn't believe that he's bekerev haaretz bashgacha pratis. He's not here. Hashem says, okay, let's play. Arov. What are Arov? The beasts from all over the world came. Lions, tigers, bears, alligators, vultures came swarming into Egypt. How did they know which kids are Jewish and not? Who told the tiger that house is Jewish? The mezuzah, how did it even know? How did the vulture know to pick up the kids playing soccer and leave the kids playing soccer that was part of the Jewish group? V'yiflesi bayomahu es eretz Goshen. How did he know to get out of Goshen? Levilti hayom sham arov leman teda ki ani Hashem b'keretz. Hashem was showing the Egyptian the world. My animals know. I programmed them. I know. I walk the streets. I know everyone's house. I know the neighborhoods. I'm here. Number 2, dever. What's dever? If you remember, we did this earlier when we spoke about Arami Ovid Avi. Dever is the moment of Hashgacha Pratis. What's dever? Animals died. You're sitting in a stable, and you got an Egyptian horse, and you got a Jewish horse. How did he know? I mean, it's one thing. Maybe you can say that the Jew looks different. Maybe you can say the neighborhood was Jewish. I don't know. Generally, he knows. But how does he go into a stable and see 2 horses, and one horse is owned by a Jew, and one horse is owned by an Egyptian, and the Egyptian horse is what? Why? V'yasa es hadavar hazeh, v'yamas kol mikre Mitzrayim, and no mikre Yisrael. And guess what? Vayishlach Paro, he didn't even believe it. V'hinei lo mesim mikne Yisrael ad echad. You know what the Medrash tells us? That even the sick animals of the Jews didn't die that day. Paro was so blown away, there's no way, he said. He had them check. The last one was shchin, boils. Only on the Egyptians, each person. Everybody, the royals, everybody in the world that had it was just Mitzrayim. Second group, I'm here. Check. Third group, Hashem says, okay, lesson number 1, I am Hashem. Lesson number 2, I live here. Lesson number 3, nobody but me. Malbim, number 3. What's a Seder Hashlishi? Tachliso hu levarer lo Hashem lo hayacholis hamluchlat mi'ein kamohu. Hashem is the only. There's nobody like Hashem. There's nothing compared. He has the complete control of the world. Ba'avur teida, he quotes, Ki ein kamoni b'chol haaretz. There is nobody like me. And so the next ones are supernatural. Yeah, could a tiger come to the neighborhood? Yeah, he could. How does he pick the non-Jewish kid out? Okay. Could there be a boil? Yeah, there could be a boil. Could an animal die? Mm-hmm. Like, stuff happens. But can you create plagues that are, by its own definition, supernatural? First, hail. Hail was fire and water together that came down like bricks. He sends down the hail. Bavor teda ki ein kamoni b'chol haaretz. Hinei mamtir lehem. The pasuk says, "Asher lo haya kamonu b'Mitzrayim." There is nothing like it from Mitzrayim. Lemin hayom havas ta'arata. The hail that you're going to see, if you put it into a museum, you will see there is nothing before and nothing afterwards. Arbe locusts, a swarm of locusts that covered the sky, blocked the sun, ate all the foods. Umalu es batechem es klavadecha. Why? Miyom hayosam lo ru avosenu va'avosav. That no one ever saw this. Miyom hayosal adama hayom hazeh. Never before had locusts like this. And then choshech. What was choshech? Darkness. All day, all night, 3 days. Never before, never again. Second group. No one like me. Check. First group, I am Hashem. Tatzach. Second group, Adash. I'm in this world. Be'achav. No one like me. Last move. The final one. Makos b'choros. Number 1, obviously, I exist. Number 2, can I separate? Hashem can separate. Hashem yifle b'Mitzrayim l'Yisrael. Hashem was able to separate who was the firstborn. Father, mother, in the house. All the kids look the same. Always. One time ever, vayatzacha gedola b'chol eretz Mitzrayim, asher lo kamohu lo nehiyasa, ukamonu lo yosif. It'll never happen again. Makos b'choros was the capstone. It had all 3 lessons. The goal of Makos, of the entire thing, was believing in Hashem. I've heard this once. How do we remember the Makos? We say something every day. Shema Yisrael, remember. Hashem, there's a Hashem, that's category 1. Elokeinu, he's our God, he's in the world. Category 2. Hashem echad, Hashem is one, he's singular, he's unique. There's nobody like him. Every day of our lives, interesting, we say Shema, right near we say Mitzrayim, you notice that? Every day of our lives, we remember the 3 core pillars of faith. There's only one God, there's Hashem, he's in this world, and there's nobody like him. Hashem Elokeinu Echad. When did that come out on a grand scale in front of the whole world? Right here. On Pesach night, we sit around, we don't just roll through the Makos. On Pesach night, we remember that the Kodesh Baruch Hu did this to show the world that he exists. He used our leaving to get a no, to harden his heart, so that he can pit himself against the most powerful man in the world at the stage that is the largest stage in the world, in order for the world to learn about him. That was why the Maharal says that the whole goal, Hashem put his descendants in exile so that they would correct their mistakes and fully trust in him. And they would see the power of Hashem's deeds for those who he loves, as well as the awesome power, the Maharal says, that he shows the Egyptians through his plagues. The Makos were meant to instill emunah. The Makos were not meant to get us out of Egypt. They were meant to remind us of these 3 pillars of faith. Hashem is in my life. He's in this world. He's in my job, in my family, in my career. And there's nobody like Hashem. And guess what? It worked. After the plagues, Paro says, "V'gam sonchem u'bakarchem asher kechuk asher dibartem." Go. And you know what he says afterwards? "Ubeirachtem gam osi." Paro literally turns to Moshe and goes, "Can you get me a bracha?" Because he saw it. And so we get to this part of the Seder, and we look up, and we have to realize that the goal of the plagues is to remind us that there's nothing but Hashem. We break down nature. We don't rely on nature. Nature is a piece of Hashem. Hashem controls nature. We don't rely on someone's wealth. Hashem gave him the wealth. We don't rely on anything in this world. We rely on Hashem. And the moment that Hashem brought himself to the world was Makos. And the nation that he used to bring himself into this world was us. And the question we ask ourselves is, are we still fulfilling the same mission? Do we believe this to our core? And do we represent this to other people? Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us for this series. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that it enhances your Seder and brings you closer to Hashem. We have some cliff notes for you in case you want a Seder companion. You can download it. Check out the series and the downloadable stuff at pesach.us, pesach.us. And hope you have a great holiday, and may we see the full redemption soon.